Welcome, race fans. Tonight, SRCA IndyCar League goes to Texas, and don't know if... Yeah, well, I guess not. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of something else. Anyhow, they got about 9.5 minutes left to practice here. We got a lot to run down through, but make sure you tune in tonight for the USRA Xfinity Series Championship. That's going to be right here on MaxSpeedTV. And then tomorrow night is the inaugural run of the NSRA Manning Electric Cup Series. That'll be coming up tomorrow night right here on MaxSpeedTV. All right, looking at the race analytics here, doing 90 laps here at Texas tonight. Looks like actually under the cloud cover here, the track temperature has dropped quite a little bit, down to 97 degrees. It was about 102 when we come in. So it should help it a little bit here. 90 laps, 135 miles. Power window 40 to 50 laps, and fuel window about 40 to 45 laps is about what they're getting. Pit road speed 50 miles an hour. All right, looking at the points coming in tonight, John Poole still with a pretty commanding lead over Brett Beasley by 34 points. Sean Williams in third, 69 points back. Nathan Lewis in fourth, 72 points back. Spencer Madden in fifth, 73 points back. Caden Henry Oaks in sixth, 74 points back. Lucas Smith in seventh, 80 points behind. Daniel Falkingham eighth, 88 back. Jeff Murray in ninth, 91 back. Timothy Bates rounding out the top 10. They're 96 points back. Tied with Victor Volley. Justin Ford in 12th, Jeffrey Fisher 13th, Keith Martinson 14th, tied with Wes Shear, Will Klein in 16th, Elijah Gracia 17th, and I have not seen Elijah here tonight, so he may not be making it. Andy Kinsey 18th, James Miller 19th, and Tom Mercier is the top 20 in the point. Oh, hey, Jeff, Mike, how's it going? Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Right now, Spencer Madden at the top of the leaderboard with a, is that a 23.794, so nice lap. Probably a little draft in that, no doubt. And looks like right now we've got about 23 cars in the field, so should be a pretty decent sized field. Hey, Colby and Racing Fan, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing all right. Well, now the thing of it is they got 90 laps here tonight. I believe one reset, and they only have 65 minutes to run the race in. So hopefully they don't have too many cautions, but they may run out of time. Hope that don't happen. It's me, Rudy. I'm broadcasting. Timothy. All right, we're going to step away and play the national anthem, folks. We'll be right back with qualifying underway.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home
right, we're back, and qualifying is just getting started. Nobody's turned in a time yet, just everybody out there taking their first out lap. Good luck to all the drivers. Everybody the best out there tonight. They're probably going to need it. Cars can be a little tricky to handle. And understanding the tire fall off right around about the 15 lap mark, the tires are falling off pretty quick, about 12 to 15 laps. So after that, it's kind of taking care of what you got, keeping underneath you. Tony Hillbrand's coming out of the gate there, swinging, takes the top spot. I guess Elijah did make it. Okay. he finally made it. He must have finally woke up. Spencer Madden takes over the pole. Keith Martin's into second. Now Harrison Chandler goes to second. Don Williams goes to fifth on the board, sixth place on the board. Brett Beasley, second place in the points, goes to third on the leaderboard. John Poole, our points leader, right there, turning his first lap. So let's see what he does. He comes in 11th, 12th. If he can better that time this time by. Got plenty of time to do it. And John Poole jumps to fourth on the leaderboard. Nate Stewart goes to third. Wow, nice lap by Nate Stewart. All right, looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying, and Spencer Madden's going to grab the pole. So very good. Everybody's done taking the qualifying time that is going to qualify. 15 qualifiers out of 23, so not bad. 8 guys did not take a qualifying. All right, let's run down through the qualifying order here. Spencer Madden taking the pole with a 23.743. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Harrison Chandler starting on the outside of the front row in second. Anthony Emery grabs the 3rd spot. Nate Stewart 4th. Caden Henry 5th. John Poole, our points leader. He will start 6th place. Brett Beasley 7th. Keith Martinson 8th. Elijah Gracia 9th. Kevin Maffett, I believe it is, will start 10th place. Sean Williams 11th. Timothy Bates 12th. Andy Kinsey 13th. Tony Hillbrands 14th. Sam Goodman 15th. Daniel Falkingham, first one to not take a qualifying time, will start 16th. Tom Mercier 17th. Brandon Carl 18th. Jeff Murray 19th. Jeffrey Fisher 20th. Lendro Matos, I guess it is, Mattis or something, 21st. Justin Ford 22nd, and rounding out the field, Jerry Sue Dutre 23rd. All right. Yeah, it's some of the same drivers that run in here, just a few new ones, you know, but yeah, it's some of the same people. Tony Hillbrands, Daniel Falkingham, Elijah Gracia, Sean Williams, Caden Henry, Tom Mercier, Anthony Emery, Nate Stewart, some of the same guys. All right, looking for 90 laps here, folks. 90 laps. Tire window should be about 40 to 45 laps. And fuel window about 40 to 45 laps. Tire window about 40, 50 laps. They might be able to go a little further than that, but I would not recommend it. Usually they try to get, if they can go like halfway on the same set of tires and fuel, they should be able to make this probably in one pit stop. That's providing we don't have any caution. All right, here we go, folks. Doubled up. Everybody ready to get underway here. Pace car just about ready to hit pit road. We're gonna get them started here. Spencer Madden waiting for that green flag.
Green, green, green.
And there's the green. We're underway here at Texas tonight. A good start by everybody. Anthony Emery, the second already. Up on the outside here, getting around a few drivers. Caden Henry into 3rd. Already picking up a couple of spots. Anthony Emery taking a look to the inside. Here's Spencer Madden and Caden Henry going high. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Almost went 3 wide. We got a yellow back here. Tony Hillbrands up into the fence. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. He's going to have to tow on that one, I'll bet. Let's see what happened to Tony. It's one thing about these cars, you've got to be patient with these cars, I'll tell you. The first lap or two, the tires are cold, there's not a whole lot of grip. Oh, I just seen somebody catch the apron there a little bit. See what happens here when Tony comes into turn 1. Oh, right there. Oh, man, Falkingham. What? That was Daniel Falkingham that, yeah, okay. Looks like he may have got together there with the 17, a little net coating maybe. Yeah, a little net coating catches Sean Williams. Sean Williams comes up the hill and right into Tony Hillbrands. Tony just nowhere to go. And he's going to go right into the catch fence. Oh my gosh. Well, thankfully they got resets. I'll tell you what, if that catch fence wouldn't have been there, there would have been some folks up in that grandstands that would have gotten hurt. Yes, sir. Man, we still got cars flipping. Oh my gosh. Like nobody lifted off the gas there or something. Jeffrey Fisher into it. Oh man. Yeah, a lot of guys into that one. All right, as they get through pit stops here, we got a brand new leader. Anthony Emery was leading when the caution come out. Looks like the front 12 did not pit. Everybody else behind them did pit. Jeff Murray, first one off of pit road. Well, tough break for a lot of guys already using that only one and only reset. Not something you want to use on the first couple of laps of the race because it makes it a long race without any resets. Already going to have some guys laps down. Andy Kinsey goes a lap down. Sean Williams, Tony Hillbrands, and Jeff Fisher not on the track yet, so they're going to go 3 laps down. Man, that's going to be a tough one to come back from. 3 laps down. That is if they get back out on the track. Well, the lights are out. We're going back green. Single file restart here, as they do in Indy cars. I never knew they did that. That was something new that they just started here in the last few years. I don't ever remember them running single car restarts on after a caution. I don't know. Never really paid much attention, I guess. Here we go, folks. Back to green. Pace car in, and the Emery ready to hit the light pedal, and there he goes, green, green, green.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, he got a big jump over Spencer Madden. Now Caden Henry sitting there waiting to try to see if he can get a second place. Brett Beasley into 4th.
Yellow flag is out.
We have another caution. Andy Kinsey going around again. Oh my gosh. And somebody else got caught up into that as well. Let's go back and take a look here. Wow, man. There's going to be the night of cautions here. Everybody's being a little over aggressive. He's got a tire drag, and that left rear tire is not turning. Problems. Yeah, he just went around the car. Once he got up to speed, it was not turning. Oh, man. Tough break for Andy Kinsey. Well, he'll definitely have to use that reset now if he hadn't used it already. And then along comes Tony Hillbrands, and Tony going to get into him. Golly. Poor Tony. Oh, he's got a little bit of wing damage, though. I think he'll be all right. He can come into pit road. They'll fix that for free. Don't have to have a reset to fix that wing. Well, let's see if we can... Timothy Bates, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, you've only picked up a couple of spots up, but man, guys are being pretty aggressive out there early, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And this is a race where one corner is different than, at least with the setup, it's a little different from one corner to the other.
Right.
And I know there's gonna be a lot of pit strategy coming up, but I'm gonna say where I'm at. I got my partner in front of me, so we're gonna be good.
Well, that's a good thing. But when did they start single car or single file restarts in Indy? Because I never knew they did that. Did they always do that?
So I'll tell you, as far as the official races that go on in the iRacing, after the first lap, they do double wide, and then after they do single wide, which I wasn't sure. I played in a couple leagues, and this first league I've seen where they go to this, and I prefer the single wide after the first lap, especially on different tracks.
Yeah, I suppose it's probably a good thing because I think it does get you back to green quicker, but because everybody can, you don't have to wait for people to get caught up. All right, well, I'll let you go.
Well, that wasn't the case this race so far, but I'm sure it'll clean itself up in the future. Hey, I appreciate thanks, man.
Okay, man, take care. Good luck. All right. I don't know. Got buddy. All right, lights are out. We're going green next time by. Only got 9 laps in the books and already had 2 cautions. Golly. Guess they're going to have to get a grip on these cars. They only got 65 minutes to run this race, and at this pace, we ain't never going to make it. Well, everybody's pretty quiet in chat. I don't know, everybody like fell asleep or something. Here we go. His car's in. Anthony Emery in command of this start. And he hits the loud pedal. Green, green, green. John Poole, our points leader, now up to 5th place, picking up 1 position. And that's about to get changed because Harrison Chandler just drove around the inside and takes over 5th from John Poole. These guys up front here going at it. Brett Beasley is closed up on Caden Henry. Caden going to the outside to try to get a run around Spencer Madden. Not going to happen. Brett Beasley comes up on the inside. Oh, they almost made contact. I don't know how they did not make contact on that. Spencer Madden looks to the outside here of Anthony Emery, but it's not going to happen yet. Let me rephrase that. Yet. Caden Henry watching all this. They go into the corner, 4 of them pulling away a little bit from the 5th place. 5th place back about 1.3 seconds. John Poole gets around Harrison Chandler using a little draft there. These cars do draft, wow, amazingly. I like maybe a little bit of an overkill on the draft, but Keith Martinson, 8th place, right where he started. Looking pretty good. Anthony Emery still hanging on to the lead up there. Spencer Madden, Brett Beasley now gets around Spencer Madden as these two continue to battle here for second place. Beasley to second, trying to get to the lead. He wants to at least lead a lap and grab a bonus point. He's lost a lot of points to the point leader, John Poole, so he needs to gain a lot of them back. Poole now back in 5th place. See him and Harrison Chandler going at it. Pretty close battle in there for them guys. Same way up front, Anthony Emery, boy, he's got to pull away from Brett Beasley a little bit. Just a couple of tenths. That's all it takes. Give him a little breathing room. Those guys going at it back here. Spencer Madden still trying to get that run to get back around Brett Beasley. Right now, not going to happen. Elijah Gracia into 7th. Picking up a couple positions. Very hard to pass here, especially when these cars are so, so quick on the draft. Kevin Maffett picking up a couple of positions. Daniel Falkingham up to 9th after starting 16th, but he was involved in that one wreck, so he's had to use his reset. I do believe. I may be wrong on that. But Timothy Bates into the top 10. Nate Stewart, 11th. He's fallen all the way back from 4th. And Keith Martinson keeping an eye on these guys, looking for any opportunity to try to get by these two. And oh my gosh, Nate Stewart just about took the back there of Timothy Bates' car off. And he is going to get that position and goes into the top 10. Looks pretty awesome though. These guys are really putting it on out here right now. They got it figured out a little bit now, so it's they can take it a little easier. They're kind of separated out a little bit of one car or 2 car passing there, but other than that, they've got a pretty good handle on it now. Elijah Gracia, 7th place, and he is coming up on the back of Harrison Chandler big time. Kind of a roadblock ahead of him right now. John Poole and Harrison Chandler are kind of using up the whole track here. Elijah's reeled them in from way back, but getting up there like this here, nowhere to go. Oh man, I'm telling you, these guys, wow. Cars dancing around. And I do not hear Elijah shifting. He is not shifting. Some guys I heard out there a little while ago were shifting into corners and oh, there's a bumper hook. Or no bumper, but yeah, John Poole getting hooked. Let's go back and take a look at this. You got him and Harrison Chandler got together. Harrison blinking a little bit. That might not help. That might have been a little bit of net coding involved in that too. So, okay, here they go coming out of turn 4. This is about where it happens. Could have been a little bit of net coating right here too. Yeah, I think there was. No, maybe not. Nope, he actually did get right into the back of them, and that's going to hook both of them right in front of Elijah Gracia. Harrison goes out across the grass. John Poole trying to gather it up. Oh man, bummer for both of them guys. Harrison was able to get it straightened out again, though. So good deal. Well, everybody's on pit road. All right, looks like the first one out's going to be Anthony Emery, but we had one guy stay out there to collect the lap, and that was Jerry Sue Detrey going to stay out. I'm not sure if he'll pit next time by, but see here in a minute. Sure, I do not see Emery in here, so I guess I'm not going to be able to talk to him. How about let's talk to Spencer Madden. He's been running pretty good here. So Spencer Madden, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, Spencer, man, you had the pole. What a lap too. Congratulations for grabbing that pole today. But boy, you have just really had a tough time getting back to the front once these guys figured out how to get around you.
Yeah, I was waiting on the tires to wear in a little bit before I could start running the top and actually passing people. And then as soon as I got to start doing that, we had a caution. So kind of ruined that a little bit.
Yep, and now everybody's got brand new tires again, so you start all over.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we've gotten through the cautions now. This is caution number 3 now in 27 laps. What do you think? What do you think's the problem? The guys maybe being a little too over aggressive, or?
Yeah, probably that. And they haven't done any practice here, so they don't know how to drive when there's dirty air, because it's pretty bad at this track.
Well, in defense of that, okay, I'll just say this, that, you know, these cars are so fast. You know, you guys are doing 220 plus, and it's so fast. Everything happens at an accelerated speed, you know. And a lot of times, by the time you figure out, oh, I need to lift off the gas, you're already into the back of something. So, you know, it's in defense of that, you know.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's the way I've always experienced it. You know, it just seems like, man, you know, you lift and the suck up on these cars are so great. The speed fall off after you lift off the gas is just not like a stock car. You know, if you did that in the trucks, it would back right off and you'd lose all your momentum. But these things, boy, you lift off the gas, and if you're right in the draft like that, it's like they keep sucking up to the car you're following. Kind of weird. All right, well, you guys are going back green, so good luck out there, Spencer.
Yep, thanks. See you later.
Okay. All right, well, Jerry Sue Detrey is on pit road. Not sure exactly where, but for some reason it keeps pouring something weird there. I don't know. Weird. Anthony Emery back in the lead. All right, we're going to be restarting on lap 30 at a 90. All right, pace car's in. There goes Anthony. Green. Well, he's getting some great starts, I can tell you that. And it's pretty much what you need, you know, to try to get away from them guys because of that draft that is so atrocious in these cars. Bulkingham now up to 6th place, battling with Harrison Chandler. And he does clear Chandler, goes into 5th. So he's moving up. Started 16th. Elijah Gracia 7th. And boy, there's a pack of cars back here. John Poole, Kevin Maffett, Keith Martinson, Timothy Bates, all these guys right on top of one another. Tom Mercier, he's in the back of that pack. And just trying to keep his car clean here for this race. Pretty close, almost made contact there. Kevin Maffett with a little wiggle there, almost got into the front of Timothy Bates. Like I said, these cars are so fast in reaction. Brett Beasley second, and boy, did they close up on the leader. As I always say, catching them is one thing, but getting by them's another. And boy, look at the pack of cars we got up here bidding for the lead. Falkingham in the fourth. Figuring this car out now. Oh man, he got really tight there. Four. He lost one spot, almost lost two. Beasley got back around it, but Caden Henry now into second. And he's going to the outside for the lead. This could be a lead change right here. Anthony Emery comes back though. And he'll hold on to it for now. Golly, these guys are getting after it now up here in the front. Spencer Madden goes a little bit too high. Contact. Him and Brett Beasley made contact. Brett didn't really want to do that. That really knocked the momentum out of his car. But Falkingham goes into third. And you're in eighth in the points coming into tonight. 88 points behind John Poole. But right now he's running about 4 positions ahead of him, so he could make up a little bit of ground on him. But man, it is so difficult to pass here right now. All right, Caden Henry comes up on the outside of Anthony Emery. Oh my gosh, these guys live right down there close to him. And if he touched them, it would definitely spin somebody. Not something that you want to be too awful close. These open wheels like this, or if they touch wheels, it's over. Again to the outside. All right, back in the field here a little bit. Justin Ford in 16th after starting 22nd. Jerry Sue DeTrey, Brandon Carl now in 18th, right where he started. But got to keep an eye on this front up here, because boy, this is really, the battles are really heating up right now. Harrison Chandler getting around Spencer Madden. He goes into third. And he is not done yet. He is going to go for second, almost making contact with Caden Henry, and he does get that second position. That's one thing, these cars do not fare well making contact. I guess I need to stress that. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, beat it to death here, but these cars do not. They just don't handle touching each other very well. Being open wheel also. Spencer Madden, Brett Beasley in a battle. Falkingham kind of falling off the pace a little bit now. And not far behind him is Elijah Gracia and our points leader, John Poole. John sitting back in 8th place. This is not where he wants to be, but maybe at this point, this could be a strategical move here for him. Right now, this might not be too bad. Just kind of riding along here. Let's get some laps wound down. In the second half of this race, we might see John really pick it up. Guy that's going to come out of here tonight leading the most laps probably is going to be Anthony Emery, because this is going to be lap 42. If he makes 46 laps, leads 46 laps. He definitely will clinch the most laps led. Madden in second. He got the lead 1 lap there earlier. Brett Beasley, all he's trying to do right now is trying to finish ahead of John Poole to try to gain back some of those points that he lost from last time, because he is 34 points behind John Poole right now. All right, Anthony Emery needs what? 2 more laps? 2 more. He's got to lead 2 more laps and he'll clinch the most laps led. John Williams coming up on Nate Stewart and Timothy Bates. Those two in a very heated battle here. Side by side going into turn 3. Almost making contact there with Timothy Bates. Man. Stay up on Anthony here for a minute. This time by, he will clinch the most laps led. Nobody will be able to top that. 46 laps. Very nice. Congrats to Anthony, grabbing them extra bonus point there for leading the most laps. Caden Henry swinging up high. Oh, and the crossover on Chandler. And he may get him here going into turn 1. And he does. He clears him. Uh-oh, what happened to Chandler? Something happened there. He got extremely tight coming out of the corner. Could have been a little arrow push from that pass on him by Caden Henry. All these guys are inside the window here. They could make it with one final pit stop. So I'm not sure when they're going to come down pit road. They've been out here for 23 laps right now, and they can go about 40 to 45 laps. So we may see guys maybe pit early. I don't know. Never know what these guys, what their strategical plans are. So Lindro into 14th after starting 21st. Leandro, I'll get that right. Leandro Matos. Not sure how you say that. Sorry about that, Leandro. Not in team speak for me to ask him, so. Gracia getting around Harrison Chandler and goes into 6th place. This is the highest that we've seen Elijah today, and that could be a strategy, a strategical plan, whatever you want to call it. Be a little strategy in that. He's not that far, really not that far behind the leader. 2.7 seconds back. That's not that far. Back up front, Anthony Emery still continuing to lead. Spencer Madden on his tail. And they pulled away quite a ways from Brett Beasley now. Brett's about 1.3 seconds behind the leader. Buckingham still in 4th. And Caden Henry did get away from Elijah a little there. And Elijah cannot shake John Poole too awful much here. John's running about 3.5 tenths or 4.5 tenths there behind him. These guys all really actually probably praying for a caution right now, so they can come down and get fresh tires, top off with fuel, and have enough to make it to the end. But maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't happen. We'll see. And Elijah trying to get that run on Caden Henry. Goes to the outside. Caden stays low. Oh, he catches the apron just a little bit. And that's going to knock a little momentum out of it. Gives Elijah a little bit of a room there. And here comes Elijah down to the bottom to go into the top 5. Nice clean pass to Caden Henry coming to pit road. One of the first ones. He's going to do a little early pit stop here with about 40 to go. Or 30 to go, excuse me. 30 to go. So one of the first ones to come to pit road. They kind of took it in half right there because they went 32 laps and we got 30 to go. So that was actually pretty good strategy, I think, by Caden Henry. I think that was a very good strategy. He's off of pit road, stays on the, or no, I'm sorry, he does go a lap down, but he'll get his lap back when the leaders pit. Now all he can do right now is hope that a caution does not come out. Maybe he can chase them leaders down and get back on the lead lap. He is the first car lap down. A few others that have come to pit road before him was Nate Stewart, Sam Goodman, Kevin Maffett, and some of these guys are one or more laps down. And I'm not sure what happened to Keith Martinson, but I'm showing him in 20th, 3 laps down. 3 drivers out of the race. Tony Hillbrands, Tom Mercier, and Andy Kinsey out of the race. All these guys got to start feeling like they're slipping and sliding around a little bit out here because with 36 laps on these tires, they're well past that fall off of about 12 to 15. Madden is just being relentless there on Anthony Emery right now. Anthony's led 61 laps. Staying right with him on that, on every turn, every lap. He is right there with Anthony Emery. Anthony just staying down on that white line, protecting that bottom. It's kind of what you got to do here. This really isn't a very good track for the Indy cars, and I'll explain that. I mean, some of you may agree or disagree, I'm not sure, but I'll explain that. This track is one of them tracks that if you ride the white line, it's very hard to pass on the outside. And that's kind of what Anthony's doing right now. He's just kind of riding the white line or staying close to the white line, let me put it that way. You know, and it makes it very hard to pass on the outside. All these guys are probably about 5 or 6 laps away from pit stops here. They're going to be running pretty short on fuel here in another 5 or 6 laps. So this is going to really put things in a bind for them because they're getting closer here. They've been run down by guys like Caden Henry that pitted early. I'm not sure. The longer they stay out here, the harder it is going to be for them to come back from. Well, we're going to see. We're going to kind of keep an eye on that. Bulkingham in third now, running about 2.5 seconds behind the leader right now. Elijah Gracia quite a ways back, 4.5 seconds behind the leader. These guys, boy, they all need new tires right now. Kevin Maffett out of the race. Oh, man. There's another one that falls out. Waiting to see when the leaders are going to come to pit road. They should be coming in soon here. Oh, contact! Spencer Madden into the wall. Oh, there's the caution that they need. Oh man, he made contact there with Anthony Emery. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can ride along here with him as they. You can see they've been racing pretty hard up here in the front. He comes up on the outside of Anthony Emery. Now they're on old tires, so and right in here, this is about where he starts getting kind of squirrely. Anthony Emery comes up in front of him, and they do make contact right there, and it puts Spencer Madden into the wall. And oh my gosh, it's on from there, and the car actually. When he caught the grass, that really upset it because I think he tried to stay in the gas, and he just did not need to do that right then. So there brings out it could set up to be the final caution here. I'm not sure. Well, everybody's coming to pit road now. Leaders, bring them in. Now the race is going to be to who gets off pit road first. Wow, I think that was a pretty close one right there. I think Anthony Emery barely edged out. No, maybe Falkingham got it. Yeah, Falkingham must have got it. Well, let's get a word in with Daniel Falkingham. Daniel Falkingham, you got a copy?
Yes.
Wow, that was a close race off of pit road right there, brother.
That was a close one. I looked at the relative when we came out to pits, and it looked like Emery got me first, but I guess I just edged ahead of him, like right at the last second. It was pretty close. Have to get a replay on that one, but yeah, good pit stop, man. It was a good idea just to stay out as long as we did because we got the caution, trapped a lot of guys a lap down, so at least we're still in the lead lap. We're still in the running.
Yeah, half a second quicker than Anthony was on that pit stop. Half a second, and that's all you needed, just to get that edge on him. Well, now you were caught up in a caution there earlier and had damage. Did you have to use your reset?
No, all I had to do was change the rear wing, and I think I had to change the wings because I came down and gave me required repairs, which was 15 seconds. I think that's for changing the rear wing, so that's why, from what I've been heard. So I didn't have to use my reset, so all I had was just get a wing change, and we were right back in the running. Felt bad for Sean because I couldn't do anything because I was the one that got turned, so there's nothing we could do. But luckily he's still in the race and he's back on the lead lap, so that's good.
Oh yeah. Well, this is going to put a few guys back on the lead lap with you now, but man, I'm telling you what, that nice long green flag run there was setting up for some good strategy at the end of this race.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, that's what I like about this league. When you get long green flag runs like that, it sets up for a lot of strategy. And plus, with the Indy cars being a lot of fun to drive, if you get a good group of guys to race with, strategy comes into play a lot. So, almost like it was fun when I had played with a little strategy when I won back at Chicago. So that was fun to do. And but now it's going to be an all-out brawl to see who can win this thing. Well,
now if you win it, that's going to kind of steal the thunder away from Anthony Emery because man, he has led a ton of laps today. Definitely clinching the most laps led. 69 laps he's led today. So if you steal his thunder by getting that win, oh boy, that'll make you feel good, but he's going to feel pretty bad.
Yeah, I know Emery. He's pretty fast in the Indy cars, so I know it's going to be a good brawl between me and him. But yeah, so it's going to have about 15 laps or so left here, so it's going to be good to go.
All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go. Good luck out there, Daniel.
Thanks, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, very good. Daniel taking over the lead here, leading his first couple of laps of the race. After starting 16th, that's pretty impressive. All right, lights are out, going back green this time by. Going to be 17 laps to go. Pace car heads in. And
Green
there goes
flag, green
Fokingham
flag.
on the gas. Had a good start. Got quite a jump over Anthony Emery, but you know, them jumps usually don't last too long. Maybe a lap or two. And usually they can reel them right back in. And Anthony, boy, he's been very fast here today. He comes up, he pulls to the outside on Daniel. He may make the move. And he tries to cross over in the grass. There you go, passing the grass. That's it. Kind of, Daniel did a little blocking right there, I think. And I think he might be going to try it one more time here. They do the crossover again. He comes down onto the bottom. Daniel stays on that bottom. That's why I say this track is, it's not a very good track for the Indy cars because all you got to do is ride that white line and nobody can pass you. Oh, almost contact right there. Oh, Fokingham got a little loose. And now Elijah Gracia's in the picture. And where's he going to go? I'll tell you what, they better get it sorted out pretty quick here. Time is running out for one of these guys to pull out a win here today. Fokingham will hold on to the lead. Anthony Emery knows that Elijah Gracia is right there with him. You can see just how intense this can be. Doesn't really want to go three wide. I'm not saying that they can't. They could. It's just that it really puts a lot of pressure on the drivers to try to hold their line very good, you know. And now Elijah comes up on Anthony trying to help him with a little draft. Anthony pinching Fokingham down, almost making contact. Oh my gosh, these guys are racing so hard right now. 12 laps to go, folks. Anthony comes up on Fokingham. Watch us move here now. He goes to the outside. Fokingham on the white line. Oh my gosh, almost contact again. Oh, these guys are getting way too brave right now. Way too brave.
The yellow flag is out.
Uh-oh. Got a yellow flag. Caden Henry, I believe. Something happened to Caden here. Let's go see what happened to him. I just barely caught that he actually had towed the pit road, so he made contact with somebody or something here. I think he goes to the outside of John Poole. Oh, no, that ain't John Poole, but boy, he comes up into him right there. The 76, who is that? Oh, 96. No, that is that. I can't make out the number. 76. Okay, that's Leandro. Yeah, Leandro. But I don't think that's what caused it right there. It looks like it may have been Spencer Madden, maybe. We'll see here in just a second. Oh, no, contact right there with Leandro again. And that puts him into the wall. So Caden Henry into the wall. He tries to keep it off of Spencer Madden, but it's not going to happen. Him and Spencer go hard into the outside wall. Airtime for Caden Henry. And he all left forward right to pit road. Man. So Fokingham stops. What? Why did he pit? Why he would pit? I don't think that was a good idea. But, well, I don't know. See. We'll have to wait and see how that's going to work out. Well, that took out Caden Henry, Sam Goodman, Keith Martinson out of the race. And Brett Beasley's out of the race. What? With Brett? Why was Brett out? Hmm. Why was Brett out? 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 Why was I don't know. Odd. Brett Beasley out. Justin Ford, 12th place, first car a lap down. Spencer Madden is coming. He is just now making it to his pit stall. And he'll, if he's got a reset, he'll be back out on the track. Jeff Fisher, he's coming in. He's 15th, 2 laps down. And Jerry Sue Detrey coming in, but 3 laps down, should be able to pick up about maybe 3 or 4 positions here after that pit stop. So it's going to probably be about a 6-lap shootout here, I do believe, if my calculation's correct. Coming to 7 to go this time by, and they should get the 1 to go. Real quick here, let me see if I can talk to John Poole. John Poole, you got a copy?
I do, Rudy. How you been?
I've been doing good, but man, I'll tell you what, we were kind of waiting for you to let the shaft out on this thing. What's going to happen here on this restart? Some of the guys be, in the back part of the field here, pitted. Were you one of the guys that pitted? Yeah, you were.
Yes, I was.
Now, you think you got enough tires to get by them guys up there in the front? I mean, getting to them is one thing, but passing them's another.
I don't know. I'll be honest. Probably leaning towards probably not. But I was in the back end of the lead lap, so I decided why not hold on some fresh tires, see what happens here.
Huh?
They could go at it, and I could gain some spots that way. So
yeah,
that's kind of the strategy that I'm at right now.
Yeah, they got 13 laps on them tires, so that you got 11 lap newer tires. So hopefully that works out for you. Well, leading by 34 points, looks like Brett Beasley's out of the race already, so it looks like you're going to pull away even more this week.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there in that wreck. I hope I didn't get into Brett there in that big one, but if I didn't, that's tough luck for him. It's always great racing around Brett. Such as God, he's a very clean competitor. Same with Caden. I think he's 3rd in points. He had some trouble there. So, yeah, just feel bad for my championship contenders there today.
Yep. All right, John, well, I'll let you go. Good luck, brother.
All righty. Thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right. I think got the 1 to go, so I think we're getting ready to go back green here, folks. Yep, pace car heads in. Anthony Emery ready to hit the loud pedal. And green.
Green flag.
Leandro into 3rd. We'll have to see how them new tires are going to work out for some of them guys that pitted toward the back. Walkingham already picking up another spot. And John Poole's following them up through. So they may have, I don't know. They're running out of laps, so maybe if they would have had 10 to go or something, maybe that might have been a good call. But I just don't think they're going to be able to get to them leaders. Right now, they're running almost 2 seconds behind Anthony Emery and not closing that much. Anthony Emery and Elijah Gracia go at it. And Anthony's just going to hold on to that white line, and I think that's a good call. This is, like I said, that one of them tracks at Texas that if you ride the white line, it's very difficult for anybody to pass you. That's one thing why I never really liked running these cars at Texas. But that's just me. That's just me, just my opinion. But this is turning out to be a good race here between these two now. Elijah looked to the bottom there, but Anthony kept him pinned right down. He would have had to go below the white line to pass him. And Elijah figured, no, he can't do that because, boy, if he catches that apron just the wrong way, it could upset that car, lose all momentum on him. So he's going to stay right there for now. Walkingham, boy, look at the pack of cars here coming up on Leandro. Leandro 3rd, but Falkingham 4th, John Poole 5th. I don't know, maybe the new tires were a good call, at least to pick up some track position. But as far as winning, I don't think there's enough time to go because they only got 2 to go here. Anthony Emery coming to get the white flag this time by. If Elijah's got anything left in that car, it's time to let it out right now, because I don't think there's the way Anthony's been running today, I just don't see it happening. He's going to stay on that white line. Elijah's going to stay in second. And it doesn't look like it's going to change. And coming to take the checkered flag is going to be Anthony Emery, getting in here today. Going to lead 79 laps out of the 90 run. Awesome job for Anthony Emery. Holy smokes. Congratulations to him. Well, I hope we can get a word in with Anthony here in a few minutes. He's not in TeamSpeak, so we'll have to give him a little bit of time to get in here. But in the meantime, we can talk to Elijah. Oh, what happened to Falkingham? Wow, something happened to him at the very end. But anyhow, we'll get these guys up here and talk to them. Hold on for a minute. All right, we caught up with today's winner, Anthony Emery, leading 79 laps? 79 laps, I think is what it was, out of the 90 run here today. That was an amazing, dominating performance out there today. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think this is the first race I've ever done this league, so good to start out with a win. But it's a fun race. I mean, I knew with the track temp, and I've done races here before, that, you know, if you get out to the lead, it's really difficult to pass them. You can just kind of hold the bottom and go out there. So I just tried to get it early, and I lost it there to Daniel under pit stops, and he pitted. He probably would have won the race if he didn't do that. But still, it was a fun race either way.
Yeah, that's. I never really liked the cars on this track myself personally, because I know that if you ride the white line, if you start the race to the leader and you ride the white line, you're going to win the race. So,
yeah, I knew that's what was going to happen when I saw the mostly cloudy skies, and it started in like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's only going to get cool down even more as the race goes on.
Right.
But I agree, this car, I feel like to get good racing and racing to where you can make moves and you don't have to, like, the leader doesn't have such a huge advantage, it needs to be a lot hotter. So
yeah. Well, it started out pretty hot. It was like over 102 degrees when it started, but them clouds rolled in, and boy, that really cooled it off pretty quick. So
yeah, it's already 82 degrees there, you know. So
yeah. Well, what did you think of the race, though? I mean, you know, when you got out there in the lead like that, and you were getting great starts, you know, and restarts. Once you jumped out there, of course, you know, the guys can reel you in pretty quick. What did you think when Elijah come up on the back of you? What was you doing a little mirror driving there in them last few laps?
Not really. I mean, I felt like I could hold him off because, like, you know, we were just talking about the bottom is such a huge advantage. But I still feel like, you know, if he could have set it up correctly, he could have possibly gotten a run. I remember I got a run one time on Daniel coming to the line. If that would have been the last lap, I would have won. I got it right perfectly one time. So I was still a little wary of that. But other than that, I felt like I was pretty confident I could bring it home.
Well, we had a couple of cautions at the beginning, and it's kind of that kind of shook things up a little bit, and it kind of put the scares into everybody out there. But after that, man, a nice big long green flag run, green flag pit stops, and all that was pretty amazing. So, but you bring home the win here today, and your first race with the league. That's pretty awesome, Anthony. Congratulations to you.
It's first or second, one of those. I can't remember if I did another one or not.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Don't ask me. All right, well, who you got to thank for it?
Yeah, shout out to Elijah, Drew Garcia for the lead. Shout out to everybody who came out tonight. Good racing with everybody. Probably have to show up more. It was a lot of fun. And thanks to you to broadcasting.
All right, Anthony. Well, go celebrate that win. We hope to see you back here next week. They go to the Pro Mazdas, so I don't know if you'll be around for that or not.
Maybe we'll see.
Okay. All right, second place, Elijah Gracia. Elijah, was there anything you could have done different to try to get that run and get by him?
Not with the track temp being that cold. You just can't make any moves like that. He had the inside pretty dominating there, so I was trying to do something, trying to get a run, and then maybe in the back stretch try and get below him, but he's protecting it pretty good, so nothing I really
Yeah.
could have done.
Yeah, we seen you there. I think it was with 2 to go. You took a look down on the bottom, but you would have had to go below that white line, and sometimes that can upset that car, and especially if you were going to be going into turn 3, and it might not have been a good thing. But man, you pulled out a second after starting 9th. At the beginning of the race, there you kind of settled back into mid pack and just kind of stayed there. Was that part of your strategy?
Yeah, just seeing how the people were racing around me and just getting an idea how you can pass and that kind of stuff, and then with people pitting with that green flag pit stops one, I just kept staying out because I had a feeling something was gonna happen and something did, so that helped out in my favor, and I was up there, so it worked out. I'll take second over, not wrecking Emery, so.
Well, how did the car feel tonight?
It felt pretty good, but dirty air with the track getting colder like that, it was definitely harder to keep behind someone, so it was harder to make moves on them, so.
Yeah, I can understand that. There's a lot of aero push around the cars.
Well, I was mainly side by side of people, so I really couldn't tell until more towards the end of the race, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what did you think of the race overall tonight, Elijah? Are you happy with it? I mean, it started out with a couple of cautions, but nice long green flag run there in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. We had some new people, so that's what I kind of figured. A couple of yellows in the beginning and go green for a while, so yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I can't complain, so.
Very good. All right. Well, you ready for the Pro Mazdas back next week?
Yep, at the old Silverstone. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, how was your vacation, by the way? I forgot to ask you. How was your vacation?
It wasn't long enough.
Wasn't long enough. Well, it never is.
No, but I had fun, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, who you got to thank for this second place, Elijah?
Definitely people showing up, you for broadcasting, and me for having the league, so I'm glad I put it on for people.
Thanking yourself, huh? Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, Elijah. Well, we'll see you next week at the Pro Mazdas.
Yep.
All right, third place. Let's see if we can get up here with third place. John Poole, you got a copy.
I do, Rudy. What's going on?
I did not see the very end of that because I was watching that race in the front. But what happened there between you and Falkingham and that crew?
So, I was coming out of turn 4. Daniel had made the move on the 34, or not the 34, but I don't even know what number he was. He was the third place car there, or 76, sorry. And
Okay.
I saw that he was making a move to the bottom, and I knew once he got into the grass, I'm like, they're going to wreck.
Yeah.
So I instantly turned left and just put my foot in it and passed them both in the grass. And
Wow.
floored it, came back up onto the track right in front of the 22. I feel bad for that. Sorry to the 22 of Brandon there. Thank you for not wrecking me. And then coming out of turn 4, Timothy and I were racing side by side. We got making to contact. I saved it there, and yeah, it was just an eventful last lap. I'll tell you that. Was
Well,
not.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I wasn't expecting a P3 out of it. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't back there watching that because the front was just too intense up there. Because, I know Elijah, he had tried a couple times to get by Anthony, and Anthony was riding that white line trying to hold him off, and it was just too intense up there to go back and watch all that. But, man, it kind of surprised me to see that Daniel was not up there with you because I know you guys were battling for third. But, well, this should really jump you up in the points, John, quite a bit, actually, because Brett did not finish, and he's going to finish way back in 16th. So you just keep extending that lead out for this season, setting up for the end of the season for the chase. So what's your expectations? I'm not sure. Where do you guys go to next week, Elijah? Or in 2 weeks, sorry, with the Indies.
And in 2 weeks, Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, another mile and a half. That's going to be similar to tonight. What are you thinking about it?
Yeah, it's gonna be similar to tonight. Probably even a little bit. It's probably gonna be like this tonight, and then probably a mix of Chicagoland with the bumpy surface. So it's gonna definitely be tough. I felt like I might have had something there at Chicagoland and kind of popped the wall and finished pretty poorly there. But hopefully knock on wood, I don't do that again, and we could leave Atlanta with a solid finish.
Very good. Well, you had a pretty solid finish here tonight. I'm proud of you, man. You did good coming up through like you did, because you'd kind of fallen back almost outside the top 10 there at one time, and you worked it back up through, just passes, just one at a time, take them one at a time. And but overall, what did you think of the race?
Overall, it was a solid race overall. Like Elijah said, I kind of wish the temperature was just slightly a bit higher so we could get people unstuck from that bottom.
Yep.
But you know what? You make do with the conditions that you have, and
right.
You just go after it.
Right. Yep. You got to learn to adapt. So, all right, John. Well, who you got to thank for this third place finish?
Well, I got to thank Elijah for putting both leagues on, the Pro Mazda and the IndyCar League. I got to thank you, Rudy, and MaxSpeedTV for broadcasting this. Excellent as always. And I want to thank the guy who usually does most of my paints, Cosman Aneshu from Splash and Go Graphics, for painting up my cars for me.
Awesome. Oh, he doesn't even put his name on them?
Not for this series yet.
Oh.
I requested it, but
Okay.
we're working on it.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks in the Indy cars. But I don't know. Are you going to race in the Pro Mazdas next week?
Schedule permitting, I should be able to run. So,
all right.
Schedule's open. We're running.
Very good. All right. Well, congrats on third. We'll see you then. Hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Alrighty. Thank you, Rudy. Take care.
Yes, sir. All right, running down through the results here, folks. Anthony Emery leading a whopping 79 laps here, I believe it was tonight. And, man, just dominating. Great run for him. Elijah Gracia will finish second. Tried to make that last couple of lap pass, but it just was not meant to be tonight with Anthony holding that bottom line. So John Poole finishing in third. Timothy Bates fourth. Brandon Carl comes home fifth. Sean Williams sixth. Nate Stewart, 7th. Jeff Murray in 8th place. Daniel Falkingham, 9th. Justin Ford rounds out the top 10. Harrison Chandler, 11th. Leandro finishes in 12th place. Jeffrey Fisher, 13th. Jerry Sue Detrey, 14th. Spencer Madden, 15th. Brett Beasley way back in 16th. Caden Henry, 17th. Sam Goodman, 18th. Keith Martinson, 19th. Kevin Maffett in 20th. Tony Hillbrand's 21st. Tom Mercier, 22nd. And Andy Kinsey rounding out the field in 23rd. So again, congratulations to our winner tonight, Anthony Emery for SRCA and MaxSpeedTV. Thanks for watching tonight. We appreciate it very much. Until next time, stay safe. Have a good night.